Ladies and gentlemen who are watching the International Weather Bulletin of Weather Today, today we invite you to join us for a special, seamless, and in-depth report on the weather situation in the Caribbean, Bahamas region in these early days of December. This bulletin will focus on two key topics. 1. A very strong surge of moisture approaching the Eastern Caribbean, bringing the risk of heavy rain and localized flooding in the coming days. 2. The broader atmospheric picture stretching from Central America, Northern South America to the Atlantic region, and across to Atlantic Canada, where the first significant snowfall of the winter season is expected. All of these developments reflect a very characteristic seasonal shift in late-year atmospheric patterns, when the hurricane season has ended, but weather disturbances, especially from frontal systems and equatorial moisture streams, begin to play a dominant role. At this moment, satellite observation data shows a large moisture mass expanding over the eastern Atlantic Ocean, then sliding southwestward and advancing into the eastern and southeastern Caribbean. This is not a sign of a tropical cyclone or a new storm, but this moisture plume has the potential to bring rainfall amounts comparable to that of a low-pressure system, as strong convective bands may repeat in waves, causing significant cumulative rainfall over several days. In particular, from today through Thursday, 3-day rainfall models indicate that many islands in the Eastern Caribbean could receive 80 to 120 millimeters of rain, with some localized areas reaching 150 to 200 millimeters, depending on where the convective bands form and track. The islands forecast to be most heavily affected include St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, along with coastal regions of northeastern Venezuela, northern Guyana, and northern Suriname. These are areas not only experiencing sustained high humidity, but also lying directly under the moisture convergence zone, highlighted by weather models over the next 3 days. Rain in these locations will not fall as a constant 24-hour sheet, but will come in waves, with each wave producing heavy precipitation. This type of rainfall pattern increases total water accumulation very quickly, and can lead to flooding, flash floods, and landslides, especially in low-lying areas or places with inadequate drainage systems. Looking at December as a whole, the expanded rainfall trend map shows that the Eastern Caribbean and Southern Caribbean will be hotspots for above-average precipitation. A deep green zone covers the entire arc of islands from the Lesser Antilles to the northern coasts of South America, reflecting the typical late-year weather pattern as the sun shifts southward, oceanic moisture increases, and frontal systems from the north repeatedly pull moisture southward. All of this contributes to a December forecast to be wet, rainy, and with potential flooding occurring in recurring cycles. In contrast, northern islands such as Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, and parts of the Bahamas are trending drier than usual, lying outside the main moisture axis and less affected by the equatorial moisture plume. However, this does not mean the absence of rain. Isolated coastal showers or sea breeze-induced showers may still occur, but overall, this region is expected to remain more stable and comfortable compared to the rest of the Caribbean. The mechanism behind this heavy rainfall event does not come from a hurricane or tropical depression. Rather, it primarily stems from a combination of oceanic moisture and the influence of cold fronts from the north. Strong fronts moving southward from the United States and Canada when reaching the Atlantic draw in moisture from the south and push it back toward the Caribbean. For this reason, even without cyclonic activity, cloud cover and rainfall still increase significantly. This broad-scale atmospheric linkage also explains why the Caribbean can be indirectly affected by North American weather during winter. In the short term, weather developments from Tuesday through Friday can be summarized as follows. Today, Tuesday, heavy rain has not yet fully reached the Eastern Caribbean, but thick cloud bands are beginning to develop offshore. Countries such as Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and Nicaragua continue to experience strong thunderstorms due to the monsoon trough, which remains active in the southern Caribbean region. Tomorrow, Wednesday. This is the time when heavy rain begins to move into the Eastern Caribbean. Islands such as St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, and Trinidad will be among the first to be impacted. The risk of heavy rain, repeated downpours, and localized flooding will increase significantly. Thursday. Rain will continue in waves, accompanied by strong convective bands. There will be no single continuous rain shield covering the entire region, but these intermittent waves of rain will accumulate and raise water levels, increasing the chance of flooding. Friday. The rain core shifts southward, from Trinidad down to the coasts of Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname. The Eastern Caribbean will still experience scattered showers, but not as concentrated as in the previous 2 days. Regarding the detailed forecast by region, the Eastern Caribbean will have the highest rain probabilities this week. St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent and Trinidad will see rain chances ranging from 60–70%, with mountainous or windward areas reaching up to 80%. Dominica, Martinique, and Guadeloupe will experience moderate to high rainfall, especially in the late afternoon. The Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico will see scattered showers with a quick rain, quick clearing pattern and probabilities from 30–60% depending on the island. Antigua, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis may see brief showers with light gusts. Puerto Rico will mostly experience light showers in the southwest region. San Juan and the eastern side will see less rainfall. The Bahamas, Turks, and Caicos will maintain low rainfall levels. Northern islands will be affected by a passing cold front, producing scattered showers, while the central and southern Bahamas remain mostly stable and sunny. Turks and Caicos will be mostly cloudy, but without the risk of major rainfall. Jamaica, Cayman, Cuba, Yucatan are expected to remain fairly stable. Jamaica will see light rain around 30%, Cayman 20%, and Cuba 20–30%. Mostly due to sea breeze showers or weak convection. Yucatan, Belize, Honduras, and Nicaragua will have scattered coastal showers but with low totals. Central America and northern South America remain rainfall hotspots. Panama and Costa Rica remain near 70% rain chances, while northern Colombia, northern Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname all maintain high rainfall totals. Many areas face risks of localized flooding, flash floods, or landslides, especially mountainous and rainforest regions. Sea conditions this week are also noteworthy. Due to the influence of strong northern fronts and moisture advection from the Atlantic, waves in the Eastern Caribbean are expected to reach 2 to 3.5 meters. Major maritime corridors from the Atlantic into the Caribbean will experience rough seas, especially from Wednesday through Friday. Small fishing vessels, tour boats, and nearshore craft are advised to exercise caution. While the Caribbean deals with heavy rain, Atlantic Canada is preparing for a strong weather system that may bring significant snowfall. From Tuesday to Wednesday, a deep low-pressure system forming off the U.S. East Coast will move northeast and strike the Maritimes before continuing to Newfoundland. 2 scenarios are possible. If the track shifts north, heavy snow will target New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. If the track shifts south with colder air, Halifax and St. John's may receive substantial early-season snowfall. However, snowfall confidence remains low to moderate, while confidence in strong winds remains high. Ladies and gentlemen, today's bulletin has provided a seamless and comprehensive overview of the most noteworthy weather developments this week. Heavy rain in the Eastern Caribbean, rough Atlantic seas, and the potential for significant snowfall in Atlantic Canada. We will continue to monitor every development closely and deliver updates as soon as new information becomes available. If this bulletin has been helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss upcoming reports. We wish you a peaceful day and look forward to seeing you again in future Weather Today broadcasts.